for HomeStyle with Kathy Lee, and she's our design diva and expert from RSVP Style. Good morning, Kathy, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, a lot of people are going on summer vacation for this, the rest of the summer break, and it's so easy to go shopping and just spend a lot of money and buy things when you get home and you go, huh? What was I thinking?
What was I thinking? Yeah, kind of like things like these.
Yeah,
You know, guess where we were when we purchased these items.
Oh, but it looks cute, Kathy.
In China, you know. But something like this, Mahia, I don't feel so guilty. It costs a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
It's cute. We love it. We break it out when Nikki's going to be doing her plays and stuff. I want to talk about the bigger purchases.
Right.
The things that you spend a lot of money on. And again, it's like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to give you some tips that hopefully will prevent that.
Okay.
First tip is, very important, do your research. Find out, okay, where am I going on this trip? You know, if I'm going to China, possibly am I buying some silks, or Turkey, may I be tempted to buy a rug? So measure your area first. So many people, when we were in Turkey, they were dying to buy a rug. It's like, gosh, do we need an 8x10? Or was it a 9x12?
Yeah.
You know, and you cannot make this big purchasing decision and come home and it's too small.
So a little planning.
A little planning. Take some pictures. If you know you're going to be buying things like this, even some fabric swatches would be helpful. So do your research. Take your measurements with you. Second thing, though, is, and this is something I don't think anyone's ever said, but don't buy into the story. Here's a perfect example. This is a beautiful 100% silk duvet purchased in China. A friend of mine was there just a couple of months ago in the spring, and you know, you go to these China factories and the story is there. You see the silkworms popping out of their cocoons and you see the threads and the craftsmen weaving these beautiful things, and you get caught up in the story of it,
and then you spend a lot of money.
And then you spend a lot of money on this, and it's beautiful, and it is beautiful, but you take it home, put it in your room, and you're like, okay, it goes with nothing in our house. Do we really love it? And it's now sitting in a closet. Okay, so don't buy into the story. Next tip. Yes.
And right here, you kind of got into the story really quickly.
I did get into the story. This is a purchase that I made in a jade factory, and everybody was buying stuff, and this is my next tip. Resist the urge to buy something just for the sake of buying something. Everybody was buying stuff up, and it's like,
how much is it, Kathy?
Back on the bus.
How much is it?
$750.
Oh, my goodness.
$750. But I'm like, honey, we have to get jade. We're here in China. But the little jade frog for a few bucks would have been sufficient.
And the rest of these things, these are actually the good things to get when you're on vacation, right?
The mini terracotta warrior. Nikki was begging for the full size, life-size one. No, we had to deal with the box set. Books. You know, I loved Gaudi, you know, in Barcelona. I can take him home and read all about him. The best of all, though, is the pictures that you have.
Put
it in a picture book. But this is a great example.
I love this painting right here. This is beautiful.
Painting in Portofino. A friend of mine bought that. That was something they purchased. They smile at it every day. It reminds them of their vacation, but they were able to roll it up, put it in a tube, pack it, and take it home with them.
All right. Kathy, thank you so much. And if you do have a couple of bucks, you know what, why not just spend on these things? You can wear it for Halloween. Thanks, Kathy, for your design tips. And we'll be right back after the break. The time now is 6:50. I like it. It's sort of
very cute.